So you saw those lights there. In that case, I had some red lights that I wanted to turn green as the door opened. Other lights I might turn on and off. So to do this, we need to create a light. Those red lights are, I'm calling them door lights. And I added an illuminated sphere to them so that they'd show up. They're illuminated spheres. They're casting light out onto these things. They've got a point light in them. They have an emitting material, a red glow material that is emitting. It's emitting. And I believe I've used real-time lighting here so that all of this takes place in real time. So again, the exact same idea, making transitions from red light to green light by adjusting the parameters of those lights. The animations for the lights. Here's the red light animation. The red light animation, all I've done with that single frame is that my material color is all red. And for the green light, it's exactly the same, except the red color is 0 and the green color is 1. So again, these two animations created just to have a single state with a controller for the lights that is going to transition back and forth between those two different states, exactly the same way using the open parameter, just like the door. I'll add to my activate door and lights script that now has both lights and the door. The animator is for the door. I've got this public array of light animators that I can drop into it. So the door container has an array of lights. I've got door light 1 and door light 2. And those are animators, not the game object door lights, but the animators on the lights. And again, I just dropped the lights into those slots to locate them. In my triggers now, I've got the open on the door animator that opens the door. And I go through each of the light in lights, that array of lights, each of the light in lights, and I set its animator open to be true. And when I exit, I close the door and I turn the lights back to their default state. And that's how the lights turn red and green as we walk through our door. And the lights stay green as long as I'm inside the trigger. When I move outside the trigger, the lights go back to being red. And pretty cool. Okay, one more thing that we might do. And now this controls any of the lights that I put in that animator, in that array of lights and animators. I can have the lights turn on and off when the player is nearby, sort of a motion sensor kind of light. Again, two animations, one for when the light is off. I'd set its intensity to be 0. Another for when the light is on. And for this one, I bothered to make a looping, flickering intensity that changes. And a controller with appropriate states on and off, and transition triggered by an appropriate parameter, in this case, activate, a collider for the triggers that we walk into, and our script is basically the same as the door script. We have the animator for this light that we're going to activate. We get a cache copy of that, and on trigger enter, if it's the player, we set activate to true. When we exit, if it's the player, we set activate to false. And I have a scene here with a bunch of lights. I've got now lights on both sides of the door, 4 different lights that are being triggered as the door opens and shuts. I've got kind of a static light out here. As I walk back through the door, this flickering light turns on that we can see here with the floor. As I move a little further, it triggers another light that has a bigger cookie on it. And if I walk even further, I'll eventually get to the point light that comes on and flickers around my character. So all very cool motion sensor lights, actually not motion sensor, but proximity sensor lights that will come on when my character is near them. This could certainly be used in some kind of cave game where you're wandering through a dark dungeon and you didn't want to light the whole thing, but just light the areas where the character is in proximity to it. So that's all pretty cool. We can do this with any character that's named to be a player. We can animate any property of any of our objects, position with the doors, rotation if we wanted to, material properties, color, light intensity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Lots of fun. So I'm going to stop now, end this recording. I'll see you all in class. Bye.